I'm Philip Stoten. I'm on the booth of CyberOptics. Start by giving me a little bit of information about what you brought to the show, what's new. I think you've got a couple of new products here at the show this week.
Sure, we are excited to have two new products at the show. One is Auto Multi-Sensor, which includes leveling, vibration and humidity for the first time, combining it with wireless measurement technology that we have always been known for, and putting it in a wafer or a reticle form factor, all the way from 150 millimeter to 300 millimeter, and also the reticle form factor. That's one product. The second product is our second generation of particle sensor, again in a wafer or reticle form factor. Used to be, we could go from 0.5 to 5 micron. Now we are increasing the range to go from 0.5 to 30 micron particles. So two new products getting great reaction at the show, so it's exciting.
Yeah, exciting stuff. And let's start with the first product, which is kind of hybrid of three different solutions. Yeah, what's demanding that? What's the drive to get those integrated together?
So many customers of ours, which includes fabs and equipment makers as well, they are interested in primarily in humidity sensing, but also they wanted to be able to detect leveling and vibration at the same time. And at the same time, we made the product thinner too, so we could access more tools through the thinner load gap settings. So it's giving them access to more tools and doing all sensing at the same time rather than having three different sensors, which takes extra time. So this is a time convenience and getting the data fast, basically.
Yeah. And is this used in a development environment or in the production environment?
Both.
Yeah.
I mean, many of them are using, from what we have seen, we have been giving the product out for the last couple months, and the first demand is actually coming directly from the fab production side, where they actually want to monitor the humidity and measure leveling and vibration at the same time.
Yeah, okay. And one of the things that we're hearing a lot about in terms of trend here is this whole thing of IoT and connected test and having that feedback loop in the manufacturing environment. Is that something you're hearing about in terms of demand, and is something that you're measuring up to?
It's a great question, and in a way we are feeding into the IoT trend. I mean, we are a sensor company, and one of the drivers for IoT is really the ability of sensors to detect things. So we are right in that trend right now, and we are one of the enabling companies for IoT to happen. So we are giving the customers data on whatever type of things, whether it's leveling, vibration, gapping, teaching, particles, or now humidity, and we are enabling them to get the data and correlate it with other things that may be happening in their fab that they are not aware of. So we are one of the enablers for the connectivity in the IoT world.
Yeah, and that's certainly something the market's responding to. The other product you mentioned, what was the demand, what was the driver to developing that?
The driver for our second generation APS, we call it APS2, was really there are particles bigger than 5 micron in the 10 to 30 micron range that are absolute killers. I mean, if anything gets exposed to those particles, it's like a big boulder, meteorite, right? That's killing everything. And our customers wanted to know if there's any way to see whether anything got exposed to those big boulders. And it was surprising to us. Most of the times we get pushed for smaller resolutions, finer things. In this case, many customers said, we love your APS version 1, but could you increase the range of that to include the big boulders too? Frankly, it's pretty easy to increase the size range, so that's what we have done. That wasn't a difficult product to develop.
No, it's completely counterintuitive. Everything's miniaturization now, and to be asked for something that detects larger is really interesting. But actually solving a specific need that has a catastrophic impact.
So we are basically, that's exactly the right word. I mean, we are giving them the information that there has been a catastrophic event here. Avoid any further processing of the wafer at that point. So that's really what that product is all about.
Okay, well, it sounds like two good new products. Should give you a very good show this week. Thanks very much for your time, and enjoy the next 2 days. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks a lot.